we don't need roads.
I never thought I'd ever get to do this in my entire life. So seriously, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.
Oh, it's my great pleasure. How is it in Chicago today?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. We gotta have you. We gotta have you out. This is a live. This is a live window behind me, not a video.
It looks beautiful. Yeah, nice.
It's so good to see you again. I was wondering if you could think back to the 6-year-old Ewan McGregor who saw Star Wars for the first time back in 1977. How you would explain to that kid what it's like to stare Darth Vader in the face, ignite a lightsaber, and take him on. How would you explain that moment to a 6-year-old Ewan McGregor?
I don't know. I mean, I think back to that day. I remember standing outside school with my brother. My mom and dad picked us up in the car to take us to the big city to watch our Uncle Dennis in a movie. And that was as exciting as anything had ever been, in our lives, to see him on the big screen. And then it was Star Wars, it sort of blew our minds. I couldn't have imagined that I would become part of that legend. It really meant something to me, as it did so many people. The world of Star Wars became a very real place for me. I watched that first film so many times. When we got a video recorder. There weren't video recorders when it came out, but when we got one, we had a copy of the film and we watched it till there was just, we bled the video out. There was no picture, just colors anymore. We knew every line of it. And it meant something. Like I still, when someone says Star Wars, the first flash in my mind, I think, is R2-D2 and C-3PO walking through the desert, sort of arguing with one another, There's just flashes of Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia, Chewbacca, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill. I don't know. It's very alive for me. So to be part of it is insane.
Is there a moment that Alec Guinness got in the original trilogy that you would have loved to perform as Obi-Wan?
I'm totally affected by him in everything I do. Since I did the first prequel, it's been this case. I always think about him. I didn't know Alec, and I never got a chance to meet him, but I'm an absolute fan of his. He was really one of Britain's premier actors of all time. He's really an extraordinary talent, and to have any sort of link to him is an amazing privilege for me. And so I've always have him in my mind when I'm playing the role. I like to hear his voice when I'm saying the lines. In this one, I'm closer to him in age. I mean, not really, but a little bit closer to him in age, right? And so I'm able to even maybe borrow a few of the things that he does in the New Hope. So you'll see. I'm closer to him this time.
There's a moment in the prequels that I think to this day, after 11 films and countless TV series, is one of the greatest moments in the history of Star Wars. And it's the moment on Mustafar when you, as just a heartbroken Obi-Wan, you scream to Anakin, "You were the chosen one." And I'm curious what that scene meant for you then when you filmed it, and how does that scene influence your relationship with the character of Obi-Wan and even Darth Vader today? Because that scene just breaks my heart every time I see it.
It's so odd. Like, my memory of making the film is so different from the experience of watching it, because so much of it wasn't there. We weren't really in a lava field, it's just, I don't remember it very much, but I know what it means now, and I can see this, how the scene feels and how it makes people feel. So I'm happy we were able to make it work. It's a challenge for the actors when you're only on a green screen. It's now on this TV show, we have this huge LCD screen that surrounds us, and the backgrounds are played onto it, and so it makes us feel like we're really there, which is a step in forward, I would say.
Well, Mr. McGregor, they're giving me the wrap. I had 1,000 more questions for you. I wish I had time to ask you. I just want to end by saying thank you, sir. I was 9 when my parents took me to see The Phantom Menace. I was raised on Star Wars, and just the theatrical experience of the prequels. They're cinematic moments I will not forget. So I just want to say thank you for Star Wars. Thank you for what you gave Obi-Wan, and thank you for being such an amazing part of why I love movies. So I appreciate you, sir.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. That's nice.
Take care.
You.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.